Hi, my name is Cindy Fairbrother. I am 37 years old and I'm an adoption social worker. Throughout this competition, I have lost 32 pounds and about 41 inches so far. Hi, my name is Cindy, and I just wanted to tell you a little bit about the last 3 months of my life. It's been the most amazing, life-changing months I think I've gone through in my entire life. I'm a single mother of 3 girls, 17, 15, and 9. And like I said, I'm an adoption social worker. As a teen, I was never overweight. I was always pretty skinny. I was a dancer and a cheerleader, and I always prided myself that I could eat whatever I wanted. In fact, when I was a cheerleader, I could eat as much as the football players and thought that was pretty neat. I never gained a pound. Unfortunately, when I hit my late teens and early 20s, I kept eating like that, but my metabolism changed, my activity level changed, and I started gaining weight. I'd like to be able to say that I gained weight through my kids, but honestly only about 20 pounds of my weight was from that. The rest is all from my bad eating habits. I happen to like pasta a whole lot, and we went out a lot at night, and I also am a slushaholic, former slushaholic, and had at least one a day. So that led to my weight, and I just crept up a few pounds at a time until the point that I was 100 pounds more than I was in high school. When I kept making promises to myself that, I'm going to take it off, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, but I never followed through. So I never did the yo-yo dieting, I never did any of the crash dieting, because I knew that what I needed to do was exercise and fix my eating, and I just never followed through on doing that. So this Christmas I had decided, enough is enough. My kids are getting older. If I could pay $50 for a dance teacher to teach my daughter a solo, why can't I pay $50 for a trainer to train me and get me motivated? And then I saw this contest, and so I said, yes, I'm going to apply for this contest. That was December. I said that for about 6 weeks until the last day of the entry forms, and I went into the gym, I think about 10 minutes before they closed, and said, I really want to enter this contest. And I literally put it in, I think, about 3 hours before the contest ended. I had had a really, really tough year, and especially a really tough month. And the weekend after I put the application in was particularly hard for me. And I received a call from Corey saying that I made it into the competition, and I turned into a blubbering baby like I am right now. I was just so overwhelmed that I actually got in, because I tend to think down on myself sometimes, and I just didn't think I would be chosen. And I met some of the most amazing women that Sunday, and that Thursday we started the competition, and I just made a complete 180-degree change. I have not had a single slush since. I quit them cold turkey. I changed my eating habits night and day, and I've just been working out 5 times a week and just really making efforts. I started into this contest for a few different reasons. One of which is I am a single parent of 3 girls, and my girls had often said things to me about being worried about what happens if you have a heart attack, or what happens if you're not around to take care of us. And I really didn't like the fact that my kids had to worry about my health. I also want to set a good example for them, having teenage daughters and the pressures that they have. And here I was, not able to control my weight, and I saw my one daughter in particular really worried that she would turn out like me, and I wanted to set a better example for her. My 9-year-old daughter has muscular dystrophy and has physical challenges as well as other challenges. And I was not able to help her the same way I was before. A lot of times she's really tired at the end of the day, and I used to piggyback her into the house, and I couldn't do it anymore. I would get up the front steps and have to put her down. And I just knew that physically, as she keeps growing, she's going to need me more and more, and I needed to be able to help her do that. So when I went into this, like I said, I changed everything 100%, but I was really kind of focused on just doing my job and doing myself. And when we got to the top 10 voting, one of the things they did is had us stand in front of everybody, and all the girls submitted one-word description about us. And I got 2 quiets and a serene on my list of words, and anybody that knows me knows I am not quiet or serene. And I realized that I hadn't really come out of myself and done the social side of this competition. I had really just focused on my own thing. So for the next month, I really focused on getting to know everybody and really coming out and forming the social and emotional side of myself, not just the physical side of myself. At the top 10, I did come 11th, which was really disappointing that night, but I was determined that I was going to work my way back into this competition. Although there's another couple amazing women that I really thought would beat me out. So during the top 5, when I was announced as the wild card, it was quite surprising, and I'm kind of nervous to see what I look like on camera because everybody keeps making jokes about my reaction that night. But that's why I'm here today and got to spend this amazing weekend with these wonderful women because I earned that way back in, which I'm very proud of myself for. So what I've gained from this competition was way more than what I thought. You know, I went into it thinking this is about changing my physical appearance, but what it really has gained me is self-confidence. I have learned that I can follow through on what I want to do, that I can make these changes to myself, both my body and my personal. I have learned that I do have pride in things I've done, and although I've made mistakes, there's a lot of things I can be proud of in my life as well. We had a speaker come in from Toastmasters, and they wanted us all to give an impromptu 2-minute speech, and I sat there racking my brain thinking, what am I going to talk about? And I ended up getting up and talking about how I became a social worker. And when I look back at that time with 2 little girls, you know, single parent, and I put myself through school and worked my way into my dream job that I'd always wanted since I was a teenager, and I thought, you know what, I have done things that I can look at and be proud of. So that's one of the things that I've gained. What I'm really happy for at the end of this competition is that I have been able to show my children that you can make these changes, that you can eat healthy and become a better person, even if you are 37 and have done many years of not doing that. I've also liked the fact that even though I knew I had a good, strong support network of friends and family, I didn't realize how badly they wanted this for me until I began this competition, and just the way they've come out to support me has been very inspiring. I had one friend who I wasn't even sure she really wanted to speak to me anymore. We were good friends years ago, and I hadn't seen much of her, and she went and set me up a Facebook page, you know, Vote for Cindy, and I just was amazed that she would do that for me after all these years. As well, what I've gained is my own physical strength. That was something that I really didn't realize that in 3 months could change so drastically. And the other day ago, I impromptu, I asked my 9-year-old daughter to get on my back. Sorry, I thought I could hold it together. And piggybacked her up a flight of stairs, and I got to the top and realized, oh my gosh, I just did that. And now I know that I'll be able to be there for her physically as she grows. And as well, I've set that example for her so that she doesn't make some of the same mistakes that I made through that. So I've lost these 32 pounds. I have 48 to go, and I'm very confident that I'm going to reach that 48. And I've done it for myself, but I've also done it for my children, and I hope that I become a better mother for it, and that I've shown them that it's never too late to change. Thank you.